Before we get into today's build, I do want to give a shout out to the new YouTube members. I'm sorry I'm late. I was not paying attention to this. YouTube did not notify me. Okay, I'm sorry. But shout out to Romette. Shout out to Lady Thea. Wayne Man. Shout out to you. Street King. Sorrowfist. Genema Fortune. J Car 6. And of course, Itachi. Shout out to y'all. Y'all keep the lights on over here. I'm not kidding. Y'all keep the lights on. Anyway, thank you. Much appreciation. Highly appreciative. Y'all been showing me so much love. Thank you, man. Thank you. And today's build, we are using a new meta for Titans. Now, I can't personally say I'm a fan of it, but that's just because I'm not a Titan main. Okay, y'all Titans, y'all unga bunga. Okay, that's all y'all. I'm not a person that love being all close and personal like that, but that's a Titan fantasy, and this build blows it out the water. So just like the Hunter and Warlock, we have made a build that gives us every elemental buff in the game, and this right here is the exact same for Titans. You're not hitting all the margins, but you're hitting the ones that matter. Okay, so in today's build, we are using the exotic no backup plans. They got reworked in the final update, and the exotic perk now is shotgun and melee final blows start health regeneration. So off back, just you killing people, your health start regenerating. So you don't have to worry about no health stat in this build at all, or no better already mod. Second thing, while you have a defensive buff, void over shield, amplified, restoration, frost armor, woven mail, all the damage reduction buffs in each subclass, basically. Your shotgun and melee deal additional damage. I believe it's 35%. I'll put it on the screen. And final blows with either your melee or shotgun will extend the duration of those buffs. So if I have restoration on, right? If I have restoration on from Facet of Purpose, right? And I get a shotgun kill and add 3 seconds to restoration, and I can keep making that number go up as long as I keep getting shotgun and melee kills, making it stay on forever, which is insane. Okay, insane. Oh, we got frost armor now, and I keep that frost armor. Now sadly the stack of frost armor don't go up, but it keeps that counter up 24/7, which is broken, ridiculous. Okay, and then it provides increased reload speed and airborne effectiveness. Okay, huzzah. We mostly here for the part that make it that our elemental buffs stay on even longer from us just triggering it once. Okay, so we will be, our whole intent of this build is to get every elemental buff that's here on backup plans and be able to make it last longer. So as y'all already just seen, we have Facet of Purpose on with Orb Power for Solar Super for restoration. So boom, we get that out the way. Okay, the armor stats you want to go for in this build: 160 melee, because we will be throwing font mods on our RMPs, because you want to max your melee out and your weapon stat. Go for 200 weapon and 200 melee basically in this build. That's all you need. Everything else does not matter. Okay, you can put some in that class stat so you can abuse thrusters to make enemies miss their shots at you momentarily when you're using and whatnot, but other than that, nothing else matters here. Your super ain't going to be really crazy here. Even though backup plans do buff the damage of the Hammer of Soul super when you throw in the hammers, because consider a melee, it's not dumb damage. So don't focus on super, because your hammer of Soul will not be doing any type of like real damaging here. Okay. I'm rocking for armor set bonus. This is very important. We are rocking the 2-piece of Crystal Cream. I'm sorry guys, I ain't never said this arm first time using it. I knew about it, but first time using it. The 2-piece says, after being out of combat for a moderate duration, your next final blow grants additional ammo progress and creates an orb power. This is bugged right now, and probably will be bugged forever. I doubt Bungie ever fix it. Even though they said they still working on the final 12, I don't see it coming anytime soon or ever. But this bugged right now. So actually, instead of it saying being out of combat for a moderate duration, it actually procs every 12 seconds. Every 12 seconds it procs. So you'll be getting additional ammo progress and orb power every 12 seconds from just having this on for every kill you get, which allows us to be able to abuse hella ammo in this build so we can shotgun 24/7. I kid you not, I never ran out of ammo from this build because of this armor set helping out. And then the other two-piece you can run, I don't have it on, but the other two-piece I would recommend is something like two-piece smoke jumper or two-piece salvation's edge, where you kill a powerful enemy, you get 25% damage reduction and then like 11% weapon damage, increased weapon damage. You can go with that route. Two-piece king fall from Oryx raid, that also give you ammo progress from killing powerful enemies. So that'll make it rain even more ammo for you, so you never run out of ammo. So there are options here for your other two-piece. I'll leave it up to you guys. The only two-piece I recommend is the crystal here. Okay. Now, weapons. I'm running Legend of Accuracy. Reason why I'm running Legend of Accuracy. Do I got the one for this? Yes, I do. This should have been on clean. Off white. All right. I'm running Legend of Accuracy because I wanted DPS in this build. I know people like to run Slayer Fang with the synergy of Tablet of Ruin, but I wanted DPS. Slayer Fang was not hidden like I wanted it to hit when it came to like doing DPS to bosses and whatnot. So I went with Legend Accuracy because Legend Accuracy does do dumb damage to bosses and whatnot, especially if you have the Catalyst. They give it Trench Barrel. This is a freaking workhorse. This shotgun deletes people. Okay, so I'm using Legend Accuracy as my shotgun in this build, and then that allowed me to use a special weapon shotgun, and I end up using a sudden death. This is a special version of sudden death. This came out before Edge of Fate, during the Rites of the Nine, and it gave us sudden death that drops with Trench Barrel and 1-2 punch. It's one of the only shotguns in the game. It may be the only shotgun in the game, but they probably added a new one. The only shotguns in the game that gets 1-2 punch and Trench Barrel on the same gun. Okay, so this is the shotgun I fall back to if I run out of Legend Accuracy bullets, or if I gotta reload, I'll swap to this and do some damage, because this does insane damage, and it's a shotgun that's unstoppable champions. So I'm able to shoot this shotgun to stun unstoppables. I'm able to shoot Legend Accuracy to stun overloads, and then I got my Synchronic Roulette to deal with barrier champions, but also to help proc Wolf and Mail in this build. So Tablet of Ruin, we're using 2 shreds. That's what Synchronic Roulette is for, to help us proc 2 shreds with severing and whatnot, because we got on Horror Shuttle and Unraveling Ores. Unraveling Ores do raveling, and then Horror Shuttle with damage unravel enemies. They make threatening, and sever, and then killing sever people give us Wolf and Mail. Okay, so this is how we get Wolf and Mail in the build. Once we proc Wolf and Mail, we can just keep shotgunning people. Never have to touch Synchronic Roulette ever again until it runs off. But we just keep shotgunning people to keep Wolf and Mail on 24/7. So that's Wolf and Mail out the way in the build. We got on Defibrillating Blast, Flashover, and Dielectric, so that we can just get amplified whenever we want. So boom, amplified out the way as well. But this other way get amplified as well. But this gives amplified, deal with champions easier, and we'll be killing our debuff targets with our Transcendence Grenade, jolting people. So that's why we got that on. And then we got Malign Harvest on, in case we weaken somebody with a shotgun. What I mean by that is, like, you can take Dielectric off and put on Volatile Marksman, so then sudden death is doing volatile rounds, and then that will be able to trigger Malign Harvest. Okay, you also could replace that with gold from lead, so you get more ammo for Legend Accuracy, so that you have more shotgun for that, obviously. So if you don't need Malign Harvest, you can definitely go from lead. Subclass, Rocking Hammer Soul. Like I said, we're using that with Faster to Purpose to get Restoration prop. So now we got Restoration and Wolf and Mail already catered to in this build, and Amplified. Okay, Thrusters on, so I can proc this easily for Reaper, my class item. We have on Shield Throw. This is how we get a Void Over Shield. This is why I say you don't need to use Malign Harvest and Volatile with the sudden death. This is how we get a Void Over Shield. We throw in our Signal Shield, we get a Void Over Shield, and then when we shotgun somebody, it extend the duration of Void Over Shield. And backup plan still have its old perk where killing people while you get a Void Over Shield add more health to the Void Over Shield. So you should be able to keep a Void Over Shield HP on 24/7 in this build, as long as they're not doing too much damage to you. But all the damage resistance you're gonna have in this build with Weapon Mail, Frost Armor, Void Overshield, it's gonna be pretty hard for enemies to try to take the Void Overshield off of you before you kill somebody to restore more HP to that Void Overshield. Okay, so shield throws for the Void Overshield. You got Restoration covered, Void Overshield covered, Weapon Mail covered. Your grenade can be whatever you want it to be. I want Shackle Grenade just to immobilize some enemies, because it's just good for doing that. If you want to do a different grenade, I'll recommend Glacial Grenade. You need some darkness going on in this build so you get your Transcendence back a little bit quicker. So yeah, I recommend one of those two options. If you want to blind people, you could go Suppressor Grenade as well. Knockout. This is the other way we get amplified in this build, because defeating target for melee attack makes you amplified. So Titans are known for just doing great damage from just regularly punching people, and when you proc knockout from breaking an enemy shield with a melee attack, you know, increase your melee range, increase your melee damage, just increase your melee damage by 160%, I believe. So yeah, easy to proc amplify in this build, and then just keep killing people with shotgun or melee kills, and you'll keep amplified on nonstop. And then lastly, Diamond Lance. This don't tell you, for some reason, it does not tell you in the description, but Diamond Lance, when you pick it up and slam it on the ground, the heavy slam on the ground with Diamond Lance, do not throw that mug, slam Diamond Lance on the ground. It gives you Frost Armor, okay? I don't know why the game don't tell you that, but it does. So this is how we get Frost Armor in the build. So you want to make sure you always slam in every Diamond Lance you get on the ground. If you're near your teammates, they will get Frost Armor as well when they slam on the ground. Or if your teammates want Frost Armor, they can slam in Diamond Lance on the ground and they'll get Frost Armor. But this gives you Frost Armor. Shotgun people keep Frost Armor on. So boom, there go every buff in this build for the damage reductions, form backup plan. Once you proc one of these things once, you literally keep it on 24/7 from melee kills and shotgun kills. The only one you gotta build up is Diamond Lance, because it getting killed shotgun will not increase the stacks of of Frost Armor. Only keep the timer up. So you gotta slam this Diamond Lance like 2 or 3 times to get ×5, and then you keep shotgunning people and keep that timer up 24/7. Fragments, we're gonna be meleeing it a lot, so we might as well get 20% extra damage with Faster Dawn, with Radiant, because when Knockout is on, every regular melee we do is considered a powerful melee, a powered melee. So you can literally punch someone regularly and it will proc Radiant for you, okay? We got Faster Protection on for extra 15% damage resistance, but also 2 for the +10 melee stat. We got on Faster Courage on, so that our melee do 50% more damage to people that are affected by darkness debuff. Again, like I said, when Knockout is on, all our regular melees are considered powered melees, so we'll be doing more damage to people that are affected by Unravel, okay? We got on Faster to Ruin, just for the +10 weapon stat. That's it. If you got 200 weapon stat, this is a flex slot for you to put whatever fragment you want to put there, okay? And then we got Faster to Purpose, like I said, for restoration. If you didn't know that about Knockout, by the way, because again, the game don't tell you that every melee become powered. Just so you guys, y'all probably already seen it a little bit when I was showcasing it at the beginning. But if I kill this enemy, we get Knockout. Now, when I go over here and punch any enemy, you see Radiant keep getting reprocced because it's getting considered as a power melee because of Knockout. So that, I just want to show you guys that in case you're a Titan main that know nothing about that. I know the game will tell you, but that is very compy. And yes, that does work with mods like heavy-handed. You will be making an orb every time if you got 3 heavy-handed on, if you got Knockout proc doing that, okay? Now, armor mods. We got on 2 heavy ammo finders, so we always have ammo for our Legend Accurate, so we can spam it like a primary. And then we got Art Siphon on, so that our Legend Accurate make orbs of power for us. You can replace this for another heavy ammo finder if you feel like you want more ammo for Legend Accurates, if you're not swapping between shotguns, sudden death and whatnot. 2 melee finds, so we have 200 melee stat. Impacting doesn't, so we do power melee damage. We get grenade cooldown. We got 1 resist mod on, whatever activity you in, put that 1 resist mod on. And then I got 2 arc ammo generations on, so when I do kill people Legend Accurates, it actually got an ammo generation stat of 90 instead of 50 because it gives +40 stat to it. We have on 1 arc weapon surge and 1 void weapon surge to make our shotguns do 11% more damage, and I got 1 arc scavenger on to make Legend Accurate get more ammo as well. And then we have on a special finisher, so I can always finish and move somebody for more sudden death ammo. Reaper, so I can always pop thrusters and kill somebody, make overpower. And then class font, just so we can get a little bit more class ability faster in this build. That's the full build. I know it took a little bit of me explaining everything, but I wanted you guys to know everything because this is a new meta build for Titans. I took it into -50 Grandmaster and it worked beautifully. Okay, just keep in mind when you're fighting Cabals, the phalanx with the goddamn shields are annoying. They can punch you and send you flying, or they got the Scion doing a little purple blast on the ground, popping you in the air, or Cabal blasting you with the flamethrowers. It can be annoying trying to get close in person with shotgunning people when it comes to fighting Cabal. But other than that, very safe build, very strong, deadly build, and I highly recommend everyone to give it a shot. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys as always. Again, shout out to the new members. Highly appreciate you guys. And until next time, stay up.